Yo, what's up, everybody? All right, let's do it. Everybody, come on in. I think we're on like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're live in a couple different places right now, so y'all come on in. I want to get to it tonight. What's up, Jess? Inspire, Dana, Bravis. Y'all come on in. Y'all know how we do. Go ahead and drop a fire emoji or something in the comment section to let me know that y'all are rocking with me tonight. What's up, Dwayne? That's my bro. What's up, man? Love you, dog. Pray all is well with you. Hey, what's up, Lauren? Y'all tap in the comment section. Let me know that you guys are here. Drop a fire emoji. Let me know where you are, what you're doing, where you're rocking from. We're going to have fun tonight. I have a topic that I want to discuss that I believe is going to be really impactful, really empowering, very important. All right. So tag somebody in the comment section. Let them know that we're live and we're ready to get to it tonight. Fire emojis in the comment section. I see y'all. Look at you. Lighten up the comment section with your fire emojis. Tag somebody and let them know to come in and let's talk for a second. Tonight, I want to talk, all right, for a few minutes about people pleasing. All right, I want to talk about people pleasing. All of the recovering people pleasers, you guys feel free to chime in the chat. But I want to talk about people pleasing. This is something that hit me a few days ago. And I've really been going back and forth, like really kind of figuring this out, praying about this, reading, trying to figure out, okay, what is God really speaking to me in this and through this? And so I want us to have this conversation tonight. I believe is going to be impactful. All right. If I had to give you guys a topic maybe that we can throw around, it would be this: 4 types of people that you can't please. 4 types of people that you can't please. I think this is going to be really important. And I'm excited about this. When we say people pleasing, it's a couple things that come to mind. Some people automatically, you say, like, wait, what? No, Pastor Hollis, that's not me. Other people, we're able to readily identify this in our own lives, that we struggle with pleasing people. Now on the surface, I don't think there's anything wrong with this, all right? Because I think all of us have an innate desire, a natural disposition to want the people around us to be happy with us. If you're a mother, you want your children to be pleased with you. If you're a husband or a wife, you want your spouse to be pleased with you. If you're dating somebody, you want who you're dating to be. If you work a job, you want your supervisors, the people that you report to, or maybe the people that report to you. You want these people to be pleased with you. All right. But here's the problem. I think many of us have put pleasing people on a pedestal to the point that it's become unhealthy. All right. Some of us have put pleasing people on such a pedestal that it's forcing us to become unhealthy. All right. If that's you, just put ouch in the comment section. Just put ouch in the comment section if I'm talking to you. All right. We've let people pleasing occupy an unhealthy place in our lives. BB, you absolutely right. If you own a business, you want your clients to be pleased. Here's what's good about this. Your clients being pleased with you is probably what decides if you have a business or not. All right. So these are natural, I think, emotions for all of us to have. I think the problem becomes when we are willing to sacrifice any and everything in order to make sure that people are pleased. Pleasing somebody else should not be a prerequisite for us maintaining the relationship. I shouldn't have to sacrifice all that I am and all that I want and all that I believe God has called me to be in order to make you happy. Here's why that's dangerous. Because now that means me making you happy is worth so much that I will compromise my health for your happiness. I just said something and I think y'all missed it. You know that people pleasing has gotten to an unhealthy place in your life when making them happy means you sacrifice everything, including your health. That's spiritual health, emotional health, physical health, financial health. Now pleasing you has become so important that I will sacrifice my health for your happiness. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? What's up, Donovan? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? People pleasing people pleasing has become a problem when you are willing to sacrifice your health for their happiness. So I'm willing to sacrifice my emotional health, my spiritual health, my financial health, my physical health, so that you can be happy. And I think many of us are reaching this breaking point, this fork in the road in our lives where we're realizing I may have sacrificed my mental health so that you can be happy. Some of us are reaching this breaking point. It's like, I can't keep sacrificing my health for your happiness. All right? Because God will cause you, being a mature believer, maturing, right? A growth mindset means there are times, man, this is so good. A growth mindset means there are times, and I want y'all to hear me when I say this, all right? A growth mindset means there are times when God will call you to self-sacrifice. All right? But there is a difference between self-sacrifice and self-sabotage. Y'all not hearing me. I think I probably could go ahead and log off. There's a difference between self-sacrifice and self-sabotage. God will call you in seasons of your life to self-sacrifice. He will never authorize. He will never call for. He will never ask you for self-sabotage. And many of us have been sabotaging ourselves in the name of satisfying somebody else. Am I talking Lauren, am I talking tonight? Put some fire emojis in the comment section if y'all hear me. Many of us are self-sabotaging. We are sabotaging ourselves in the name of sacrificing someone else. And God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to self-sabotage. If you are a parent and you're watching me right now, there are times when you will have to sacrifice self to satisfy your children. If you are a business owner, there are times where you will have to sacrifice on your end to satisfy your employees. If you are a spouse, there are seasons of your life when you will have to sacrifice self in order to satisfy your spouse. If you're in any type of intimate relationship, connection, a covenant with somebody else, then inherently you are signing up for seasons of self-sacrifice. What God will never call us to is seasons of self-sabotage. So here's a question I want to ask you, all right? And I want you to reflect on this. Have you been self-sacrificing for them? Or have you been self-sabotaging for them? I think that is so good. Have you been self-sacrificing or have you been self-sabotaging? Y'all are not hearing me. I want you to reflect on that for a second. All right, Hollis, and what I'm doing, am I compromising my emotional health so that they can be happy? And we've got to get to a place where we are no longer okay with making that exchange. Because here you are walking around burnt out, frustrated, tired, drained, depressed, in the name of making somebody else happy. And God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. So here you are sabotaging everything that God has ever called you to be so you can satisfy somebody else. Let me put this in your lap. Let me put this in let me put this in your lap, okay? And I want you to hear me. I don't want satisfying me to require you sabotaging yourself. I don't think y'all heard me. I don't want you satisfying me to cause you to have to sabotage you. You should be able to chase everything that God has for you. You should not have to compromise anything that God has called you to in the name of making somebody else happy. And many of us have to get to a place where we're comfortable with realizing that I cannot make everybody happy. Y'all not hearing me tonight. What's up, AD? What's going on, bro? Jamaica, how you doing? Maya, what's going on? You can't make everybody happy. And what I believe many of us have been doing is that we have been slowly killing parts of ourselves so that relationships could live. We've been slowly killing parts of ourselves, God ordained parts of ourselves, so that relationships could live. And I want to be the first person to say, you should not have to sacrifice what God has called you to be in order for you to be with me, in order for you to be friends with me, in order for you to be connected with me. Because that's not self-sacrifice, that's self-sabotage. All right, let's rewind it. And God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. Y'all not hearing me. Somebody you love needs to hear this. I need you to tag them in the comment section right now. God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. All right, here it is. You know you're struggling with pleasing people when you have intimately connected their approval to your self-image. I'm talking too good on a Wednesday night. Okay, Pastor Hollis, how do I know that I may be struggling with self-sabotage? That I may be struggling with people-pleasing? All right? You know that you're struggling with people-pleasing when you have intimately connected their approval with your self-image. That is so good. All right? Because when this happens, now my confidence is tied to their commentary. The way I see myself is now tied to what they say about me. I'm not good unless they say it. I'm not worth anything unless they say it. And what many of us have done is that we've interwoven, we've enmeshed our self-image to their approval. We have married our self-image to people's approval. Are y'all hearing me tonight? All right, that's the first one. You know that you're struggling with pleasing people when you have married your confidence to their commentary. And so now I'm only worth what you say I am. Now I can only see myself through your lens. And if you are going to please God, that means you are going to have to, at some point, displease people. If you are going to satisfy God's calling for your life, eventually that will mean disappointing somebody. And many of us, too many of us, have gotten too comfortable with being willing to disappoint ourselves so that we could please somebody else. We have become too okay with trading pleasing people with displeasing God. Can I ask you a question? And I want you just to reflect on this. Be honest with me. What are you not pursuing because you don't want to disappoint somebody else? All right. So number one, you know that you're struggling with pleasing people when you have married your self-image, the way I see myself. I've married the way I see myself to how you see me. All right. I want to give this to you one more time. You know that you struggle with pleasing people when you have married people's approval to your self-image. All right. Number two, you know you struggle with pleasing people when you routinely exchange your health for their happiness. Did y'all hear what I just said? You know you're struggling pleasing people. Number two, when you routinely exchange your health for their happiness. So now them being happy is more important than you being healthy. Here's a sign that you may be in a relationship, in a connection, in a covenant, in a partnership that's no longer good for you. Is that the only way to make them happy is for you to be unhealthy? I am talking tonight. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, y'all hearing me? I'm talking tonight. I'm talking tonight. That's a sign that you may have reached a place in the relationship, a place in the partnership, the covenant, the connection, where this is no longer good. Why? Because I'm routinely sacrificing my health for your happiness. So now, in order for you to be happy, I got to be unhealthy. Uh-oh, what's the flip side of that, Hollis? What's the flip side of that? The flip side of that is when your health makes them unhappy. I just said something. The flip side of that is when you prioritize your health, that makes them unhappy. So now my boundary made you bitter. Because I'm taking my health seriously, that now has made you unhappy. Can I tell you something? The only people who will be mad at your boundaries are people who never planned on respecting them. The only people who will be upset that you set a boundary are people who never planned on respecting them in the first place. Y'all not hearing me. All right. You know that you're struggling with people pleasing. Number three, when you fear displeasing people more than you fear displeasing God. I think I just said something. You know you're struggling with people pleasing when you fear displeasing people more than you fear displeasing God. All right, so God, I'll make you happy after I please them. God, I'll chase purpose after I satisfy their opinion of me. And so now what God wants takes a backseat to what they want. Let me show you how we do this. All right, let me show you how we do this. All right, God wants you to be a good steward of your finances. He wants you to tithe. He wants you to bless other people. He wants you to have something in savings. He wants you to pay your bills. The Bible says, "Oh, no man nothing but to love him." But because you are so caught up on pleasing people, now you'll pay them before you pay God. You'll spend all your money making them happy and then give when you get a chance to. Then I'll tithe when I have time. Well, I'll tithe next paycheck, because this paycheck, I got to buy such and such. This is what God, I'm not going to tithe this week. I'll tithe next time because I got to buy this person. I got to buy her a purse. I got to buy him those shoes. I gotta buy my child this video game. I can't tithe this week because if I don't get this video game, my child's gonna be upset. If I don't buy this purse, she not gonna want to date me anymore. If I don't take her on this trip, she's gonna find somebody else to be with. So God, I can't be a good steward of my money this week because I gotta please somebody. Y'all not hearing me? This shows up in the way we manage our time. Not only does people pleasing show up in the way we manage our money, but it also shows up in the way we manage our time. And so now I will give people my time and then give God the leftovers. Y'all not hearing me? All right. You know that you struggle with people pleasing when you routinely exchange your health for their happiness. Y'all not hearing me? And so now I'm willing to be unhealthy as long as you're happy. I don't think y'all are hearing what I'm saying. All right? Let's dive deeper. Let's dive deeper. All right? Let's dive deeper. Let's dive deeper. Because there are certain people who, no matter what you do, you'll never be able to please them. This is why people pleasing is a dangerous game. Because there are some people that you will never be able to please. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? There's somebody better talk to me in the comment section. What's up, Josh? What's up, Darius? There are some people that you will never be able to please. All right? I hope y'all are ready for this. I hope y'all are ready for this. D-Mac, I hope they're ready for this. All right? Number one, these are 4 types of people you can never please. Number one is people who perpetually move the goalposts. I just said a lot. Somebody put that in the comment section, all right? These are 4 types of people you'll never please. The first one is people who perpetually move the goalposts. This is why you can't get comfortable sacrificing your health for their happiness. If you being happy means I got to be unhealthy, something's wrong. If as soon as I prioritize my health, that makes you unhappy, something's wrong. All right? So number one, these are 4 types of people you can't please. Number one is people who perpetually move the goalpost. Hollis, what in the world are you talking about? All right. We're diving into this is what we refer to as emotional manipulation. Okay. People who move the goalposts are more committed to control than covenant. They're more committed to control than connection. Their goal is not being connected to you. Their goal is to control you. Y'all not, did you hear what I just said? People who perpetually move the goalposts, their goal is not to connect with you. Their goal is to control you. So they're more committed to control than they are to the connection. Nat, Trey, y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. All right. These people will do everything they can to remain dissatisfied with you in hopes that you will continue to attempt to meet their unrealistic demands. These are people that have higher standards of you than they do of themselves. These are people who have higher standards for you than they will ever have for themselves. They expect stuff from you that they would never expect for themselves, because they are using dissatisfaction as a way to control you. They've weaponized your desire to make them happy. Oh, I know exactly how to get from her exactly what I want. You ever knew somebody who, no matter what you did, it was never enough? Because they found something to them that's better than connection. They want control. You will never be able to please somebody who is more committed to controlling you than they are connecting to you. Now, I need y'all to hear me, because I don't want you just to hear what I'm talking about tonight and automatically point the finger at somebody else. I want you to hear what I'm saying and use it as a way to analyze yourself, not just criticize somebody else. Are you more, y'all weren't expecting that. Don't just use what I'm saying as a way to criticize somebody else. Also use this as a way to analyze yourself. See, we can't have these kind of conversations, Natalie. We can't have these kind of conversations, Khadijah, and say, oh, that's what's wrong with them. Sometimes we've got to have these kind of conversations and say, this might be what's wrong with me. Am I impossible to please? Is the problem with the relationship not that they're not trying their best? Maybe the problem with the relationship is I won't receive their best. That I've decided somewhere internally that their best is not good enough. I'm freeing somebody tonight. I'm freeing somebody tonight. Maybe the problem with the relationship is that somewhere internally you've decided that their best will never be enough. Because truth be told, you got a higher standard for them than you will ever have for yourself. The stuff you let yourself off the hook for, you would never forgive them for. Why? Because we judge ourselves based upon our motives. We judge other people based upon their actions. Y'all better drop a fire emoji in the comment section, right? We judge ourselves based upon our motives. We judge other people based upon their actions. So as long as my motives were right, I was right. But they're only right if their actions line up with my desires. And you will never be able to please someone. Someone can never please you when you are more committed to controlling the relationship than you are connecting with the person. So here's a question you got to ask yourself. Do I want connection or do I want control? It's a question you got to ask. What do I really want from this? What do I really want from them? Do I want connection or do I want control? All right, 4 types of people you can't please. Number 1, people who perpetually move the goalposts. You keep moving the standard. I don't know. I think it was like it was a Geico commercial, and the guy had he had like $1 bill on a fisherman's pole, and he kept dangling it in the girl's face. And every time she would reach for it, he would pull it higher and higher. He was like, "Oh, you almost had it," and he would pull it higher, and she would keep trying over and over and over again. And every time she would try to reach for it, he would pull it higher and higher and higher. That's what many of us are doing. We keep moving the goalposts. Every time somebody tries, oh, that was almost enough to make me happy. Try a little harder. Because truth be told, you don't want connection, you want control. There's something inside of you that has this unsatisfiable urge for control, that you will weaponize other people's desire to make you happy. If I can just keep them reaching higher and higher, if I can make sure they keep on trying. All right. Number one, people who perpetually move the goalposts. You'll never be able to, these are 4 types of people you'll never be able to please. Number one, it's people who perpetually move the goalposts. Number 2, people who are deeply jealous of you. I think we may need to let that breathe for a second. These are 4 types of people you'll never be able to please. Number 1, people who perpetually move the goalposts. Number 2, you'll never be able to please people who are deeply jealous of you. Hey, Destiny. What's up, you self? You will never be able to please people who are deeply jealous of you. All right? Hollis, why will I never be able to please these people? Because their envy won't allow it. You'll never be able to please somebody who is deeply jealous of you because their envy won't allow it. All right? Even if you help these people get everything you have, they will still be unhappy. Why? Because the truth of the matter is that the problem isn't that they want what you have. The problem is they don't want you to have it. All right. I want to help somebody here. I want to help somebody here. What's up, Daniel? I want to help somebody. All right. Here's the question. Have you ever tried to be in a friendship with somebody who you knew was jealous of you? You ever tried to maintain a relationship with somebody who you knew was jealous of you? You're jumping through hoops. You're bending over backwards. You're paying for them to go on trips when they didn't have money. You're paying for their lunch when they couldn't afford it. You're supporting all their dreams, all their endeavors, and they never do the same for you. You're showing up at all their events, but they never show up to support you at yours. And it's like, no matter what you do, it seems like you guys are forever falling out. There's always some type of beef. There's always some type of issue. Because you'll never be able to please a person that is deeply jealous of you. All right, but what did I tell you earlier? This is not just for you to criticize other people. I'm also saying this so that we can analyze ourselves. See, the goal of good teaching is not just your ability to criticize someone else, but it's really your ability to analyze yourself. So here's a question I got to ask you. Have you allowed jealousy to derail a relationship? Have you allowed jealousy to derail a relationship? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying tonight? Are y'all hearing me? That's a problem. All right? When someone is jealous of you, oh man, I don't even know if I should say this. I don't know if I should say this. When someone is jealous of you, your success isn't inspiring, it's aggravating. When someone is jealous of you, your success will never inspire them. It'll just aggravate them. They'll never be inspired by your success. They'll just become aggravated by it. How did she get the promotion? How did he end up in a relationship? Why is her business successful? Why is his family doing so well? Instead of looking at your success and becoming inspired by it, they feel attacked by it. You know that a relationship is unhealthy when my success is intimidating to you. I don't know who this is for, but the way my friendship is set up, I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you. I want to see how I can support you. Because I don't want to be the only person in my circle that's successful. I want everybody in my crew to be bossed up. I want everybody in my family to be paid. I want everybody at my job to be happy. I want everybody I'm connected to be in purpose and to have fulfillment in life and to have a bunch of money in the bank account. Your success should inspire them, not aggravate them. All right, so number 2, you will never be able to please people who are deeply jealous of you. All right? You'll never be able to please people who are deeply jealous of you. All right, here's a third one. I hope y'all are ready for this. You'll never be able to please people who rely on rumors. You will never be able to please people who rely on rumors. These are people who may not actually know you. They just know what they heard about you. You'll never be able to please people who rely on rumors. Why, Hollis? Because these are people who won't ever take the time to get to know you because they've already chosen to believe what they heard about you. You will never be able to please these people because they're holding on to an offense that you never committed against them. These are people who are satisfied knowing you second-handed. So you're trying to figure out, why is it that they have this idea of me? Why do they think that I'm this way when I'm really that? Why do they think that I'm selfish when I'm really supportive? Why do they think that I'm against them when I'm really their biggest fan? Because these are people who have bypassed you. They're not interested in getting to know you because what they heard about you feels better than actually getting to know you for themselves. I don't think y'all are hearing me. I don't think y'all are hearing me. I don't think y'all are hearing me tonight. All right? So here's how you get free from people pleasing. Here's how you get free from people pleasing, all right? Here's how you do it. All right? I'm sorry, number four. I forgot number 4. You'll never be able to please people who are deeply unhappy with themselves. It's hard to make someone happy. It's hard to satisfy someone externally who is at war internally. Y'all not hearing me. It's hard to satisfy someone externally who's already at war internally. You'll never be able to make them happy on the outside because they are already deeply unhappy on the inside. You'll never be able to please them by something you do externally because they're already at war internally. It's hard to help somebody who hates themselves. You will never be able to please someone who is deeply unhappy with themselves. Why? Because you cannot satisfy someone externally when they are already at war internally. So now, instead of being, oh God, this is so good. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God, this is so good. Everybody may need to post this, put this on your story, put this on Facebook, tag your boy too. Don't post it like you said it. Tag your boy. All right? Man, this is so good. So now, instead of you being able to pull them into your peace, they pull you into their chaos. People who are unhappy with themselves will never allow you to pull them into your peace because their job is to pull you into their chaos. Oh my God, did you hear what I just said? And some of you are trying to figure out, why does it seem like I always get pulled into their mess? I always get pulled into whatever they have going on. Stop letting people pull you into their chaos when they would never let you pull them into your peace. Let me say that again. Stop allowing people to pull you into their chaos when they would never allow you to pull them into, stop allowing people to pull you into their chaos when they would never allow you to pull them into your peace. No, the way my 2023 is set up, either you can join me in my happiness and in my peace and in my fulfillment and in my purpose. But what I'm not going to do is keep allowing you to drag me into your chaos, to drag you into your mess, to drag me into your mess. Stop allowing people to pull you into their chaos. Especially when they would never allow you to pull them into your peace. You will never be able to satisfy a person externally who is already at war internally. They're so unhappy on the inside, you will never be able to make them happy on the outside. They are so unhappy internally that you will never be able to make them happy externally. They are so unhappy, so dissatisfied internally that you would never be able to satisfy them externally. So you keep thinking, if I love them more, if I give them more, if I buy them more, if I can just buy them this, that'll make them happy. No, they're already deeply unhappy internally. So now you end up wasting your time and wasting your money, wasting your effort, wasting your best intentions, your best self, trying to satisfy somebody externally who's already deeply dissatisfied internally. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying, all right? I'm going to help you, all right? I'm going to help you. We're done. I'm going to help you right here, all right? So two things I want to give you, all right? Because what many of us will end up doing is when you're a people pleaser, you end up giving people two things: lip service or eye service. When you're a people pleaser, you end up giving people one or two things: lip service or eye service. Lip service or eye service. All right? Lip service is when you try to please people by saying stuff you really don't mean. You're so caught up, wound up, bound in this cycle of trying to satisfy them that now you say anything to make them happy. And now you're saying stuff that you really don't mean. You're wasting your words. You're saying stuff and you really don't even mean it. You are saying things just to try to make them happy. And you are wasting your words. Why? That's lip service. You're saying things you don't really mean. If I say this, that'll make them happy. If I do that, no. Lip service or eye service, all right? If lip service is saying things you don't really mean, then eye service is you trying to please people by doing things you don't really mean. If lip service is I'm saying stuff I don't really mean, then eye service means that I'm doing stuff I don't really mean. I am doing my best to please you, even if that means doing things that my heart is really not in. Now I'm doing things that my heart is truly not in. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing me? And so now, because I'm doing and saying things that I don't really mean, I'm just doing my best to try to make you happy. Now I'm sacrificing my sincerity for your satisfaction. I'm talking too good tonight. I gotta go. Now I'm sacrificing my sincerity for your satisfaction. Here's why I think this is good. Here's why I think this conversation is so important. Because the Bible routinely conditions us and warns us not to say things we don't mean and not to do things we don't mean. The Bible says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 37, this is Jesus talking to the disciples, all right? This is Jesus talking to his disciples. He says, all you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. If you grew up with the King James Version of the Bible, it would read something like, let your yea be your yea and your nay be your nay. Look at what it says. All you need to say is simply yes or no. Stop saying things you don't really mean. Stop doing things that you don't really. Stop sacrificing your sincerity for their satisfaction. No is a complete sentence. No, I don't want to do that. Here's why. No, I don't want to do this. Sometimes there's no explanation needed. No explanation needed. Because it is not your job to become unhealthy so that they can become happy. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. It is not, y'all. I gotta go. All right, I'm gonna wrap up. I need everybody. Post this on Facebook. Screen record this. Post it on your story. Put this on your Facebook, your Instagram. Tag your boy. All right, tag me in it. It is not my job. Listen to this. All right, this is our quote for the night. This is our big takeaway. All right, I need you to put this on a sticky note and put it on your mirror. Put this on a sticky note. Put it in your car. It is not my job to become unhealthy so that you can become happy. It is not my job. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back and for the people in the chat. It is not my job to become unhealthy so that you could become happy. Your happiness should not cost me my health. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Dorita, Shed, what's going on? Their happiness should not cost you your health. I should not have to be unhealthy so that you can be happy. Get somebody else to do it. In 2023, I am done sacrificing my health for your happiness. Why? Right? What's the biblical wisdom in this? God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will not call you to seasons of self-sabotage. Man, I hope y'all heard what I just said. I hope you heard what I just said. God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. You are sabotaging yourself in the name of satisfying someone else. You are sabotaging yourself in the name of satisfying someone else. And God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. All right, I need y'all to put that in the chat. I got to go, but I want to make sure y'all got that. All right, everybody put that in the chat. God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. I need everybody to drop that in the comment section. I need to see it. I need that in the comment section. I need that on your Instagram story. I need that on your Facebook wall. I need that on your Snapchat, your Bebo, your MySpace, whatever you got. God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. Come on, I want to see it in the chat. I need to see it in the chat. I need you to tag me and post it on your Instagram. I think that's so important. That's the takeaway that's what I want you to walk away with. I think that's a good measuring stick for us to realize if we're pleasing people or not. If we've been caught up in people pleasing. Because pleasing people is not bad. Wanting someone to be pleased with you is not bad. But getting to the point where you will self-sabotage for their satisfaction absolutely is. Rissa, come on now. I see it in the comment section. Bessie, I see it. Nene, I see it. Nat, I see it. Rissa, I see it. Darcel, what's up, bro? That's my line brother. We pledged Alpha together. That's my boy. Dorita, I see it. Shay, I see it. Come on, I need it in the comment section. I gotta go, but I need it in the comment section before I log off. God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will not call you to seasons of self-sabotage. Christina, it's been tight tonight. I gotta go. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. Why? Because their happiness should not cost you your health. Them being happy should not mean I've got to be unhealthy. So now my money messed up because I tried to make you happy. Now my peace and my all my joy internally, I'm a mess. I'm depressed. I don't know what's going on inside. I can't find any peace. I can't find any fulfillment. I can't find any joy. I'm not spending time with God. I'm not spending time with my family. I'm not spending time with my kids. I'm frustrated all the time. I'm depressed. I'm worried. I'm anxious. Because I have sacrificed my health for your happiness. That is not the will of God. Somebody talk back to me in the comment section. I got to go, but I want y'all to talk back to me. I got to go, but I want y'all to talk back to me. What are you taking away tonight? What are you taking away tonight? Somebody said, will this replay be available? Yes, I'm going to leave the replay up. I'm going to leave the replay up on my page. So it'll be on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So you can go back and watch it. Absolutely, 100%. It'll be available on all of my pages, all of my platforms. Miss James, I got you. I got you, Miss James. She said, please. No, I don't want you to get comfortable sacrificing. I'm sorry. Let me say that better. I don't want you to get comfortable sabotaging yourself to satisfy someone else. That is not the way God ordained this to be. That's not God's plan for your life. That's not God's will for your life. That's not God's best for your life. It's for you to constantly sabotage everything that God called you to be so that somebody else can be happy. And a relationship is unhealthy if it requires your self-sabotage. That is an unhealthy relationship. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Are you hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth? Listen to me. God will never ask you to sabotage what he called you to do. You're supposed to be building your credit, but you're sabotaging it, trying to satisfy somebody else for signing for something that they couldn't afford without you. Now the only way for you to stay in the relationship is for me to sabotage my credit to make you happy. So now I got to sign for a car. I got to sign for an apartment. I got to give you money over and over and over and over and over again. And oftentimes these are relationships that are not reciprocal. I think I'm giving away too much for free tonight. Oftentimes, these are relationships that are not reciprocal. And so now I am doing for you what you would never do for me. Now, I'm not saying, what's the big idea? What's the big takeaway? I was supposed to be done 10 minutes ago. What's the big takeaway? I'm not saying that God will not call you to sacrifice for someone else. All right, listen to me, because I teach out of the Bible. The Bible clearly says no greater love has a man than this, that he would lay down his life for a friend. Shan said, you're talking too good. This needs to be subscribers only. Bro, I received that. I just said I think I'm giving away too much for free. I'm not telling you not to sacrifice for somebody else. That would be antithetical to scripture, because the Bible says no greater love has a man than this, than to lay down his life for a friend. This is a high calling, because what did Jesus do to reconcile us back to God the Father? He sacrificed himself. So there are some things that my children need that I will have to sacrifice something I want to give them something they need. As a husband, there are some things that my spouse needs that means I have to sacrifice something I want so that she can have what she needs. So self-sacrifice is biblical. At our church, we're getting ready to go into this season in our church, this giving season of our church. We call it the greatest gift. And so those of you who may be a part of Rock City, you've heard us talking about this. It's the 18th of this month, right? So not this Sunday, but the Sunday after next. And so it's a time where we come together to sacrificially give at the end of the year. And so we give in appreciation for what God has done, but also in expectation for what he's going to do. That gift is going to have to be a sacrifice. I'm going to have to give up something in order to give God, in order to give to God in the way that I feel that I should. So I may have to give up eating out that week. I may have to give up Starbucks that week. I may have to give up buying that pair of shoes that I wanted. I may have to give up that outfit. I'm sacrificing self to give to God, to give to my church. If you're going to get that degree, you may have to sacrifice time with your friends. You may have to sacrifice going on that vacation out of the country so you can spend that week studying for final exams. I'm doing my best to make it super plain for you tonight. I want to be plain and practical. God will call you to self-sacrifice. He will never call you to self-sabotage. And many of us have become so addicted to pleasing people that we're not sacrificing self. We are sabotaging self. We're not sacrificing. We're sabotaging. And God will call you to seasons of self-sacrifice, but he will never call you to seasons of self-sabotage. And one of the ways to know if a relationship, a connection, a partnership has gotten unhealthy is when you can ask yourself this question: do I have to sacrifice for them, or do I have to sabotage for them? What is the price I have to pay in order to satisfy them? I gotta go, y'all. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to log off. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I want y'all to share this. Let somebody know that we were on tonight, that you were blessed by it. The replay is going to remain up. It's going to be on all of my social platforms. I want you to tag somebody, tell them to check it out. If this blessed you, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow the page, all that good stuff so you won't miss the next time that I go live. I want you to be in a mindset that enables your growth. All right. So last thing I'm going to say, what am I doing here? I'm doing my best to equip you to have a growth mindset. All right. I'm doing my best to equip you to have a mindset that is wired for growth. I want you wired for growth. I want you wired for growth. I want everything about you to be wired to grow in your emotions, to grow in your finances, to grow in your physical health. All right. So when we come together and we talk like this is about getting our minds right so that we can grow and go to the next level. And growth is an inside job. You grow head first. We grow head first. You cannot go somewhere physically that you have not first gone mentally. Shed, bro, I gotta stop. You will never go somewhere physically that you have not first gone mentally. And so when we get together and we talk like this is about wiring ourselves mentally for growth. Because my money will never grow until my mind does. My life will never change until my mindset changes. My life will never see growth physically until I see growth mentally. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing me? I will never see growth in my money until I see growth in my mindset. Why? Because I can get $1 million, but if I still have a poverty mindset, I'll waste $1 million the same way I wasted the 1,000. You can win the lottery and be broke in a year if your mindset didn't change. So you got a deposit in your bank account, but you never got a deposit in your mind. And your life will always settle on the level that your mindset did. Jesus, this is good. Your life will always settle back to the level that your mindset did. Y'all, this is so good. Your life will always settle back to the level that your mindset did. And so if you're still a teenager mentally, then you'll keep celebrating birthdays, but you'll never grow. If your mindset stopped at 20, but now you're 40, you really just turned 20 more times. Because your mindset never changed. So now you've got a 40-year-old body with a 20-year-old mind. You've got a 35-year-old body with a 15-year-old mindset. Y'all not hearing me. All right. So this is about us wiring ourselves for growth. This is about us maturing our mindsets so that we can actually grow to the next level that God is calling us to. Y'all, I'm gone. I love y'all.